Okay, so people are probably wondering, why are you making this video, Curb100? Well, like, what do you mean the funniest FNF copy pasta? Well, I'll briefly explain where I even found this in the first place. Before I go over the context, though, I just want to say, please do not harass the person who originally wrote this. It's obvious that English is not their first language when writing this, so just please don't harass them. This is all in good fun. I just found this a really funny story nonetheless, even ignoring the misspellings. I remember seeing this comment on like some kind of like Hypno V3 fan-made like video or something. I remember, like, I scroll down and I see this comment, and I'm just like, I have to read this. I have to save this comment. It's so freaking funny. I'll like read through the story, like the whole comment. I'll read through it, and then I'll explain to you why I find it so funny. Because man, this comment is a treasure, and I'm so glad I saved it. And I see that Mei Haruka should have been present in this modification. I don't know what exactly she's doing in Hypno Lullaby, but I have an interesting story with this character. This story is not exactly a creep, but it really happened to my brother. Our consciousness has such a thing as self-completion. For example, when you walk down the same street too often, you may not notice that someone, for example, has changed the windows, and you will think that you've seen the old ones. Some dreams that we also work like that. Once upon a time, my brother had a dream in which he first saw a Mei character. Most likely he had already seen some series of Pokemon with her participation, but did not attach any importance to this since he is not a fan of Pokemon. Nevertheless, his brain remembered it and used it in that dream. So for him, technically it was the first time he saw her. After that, he spent the whole day trying to draw it, and it's noteworthy that he drew it. The only difference from the character is that the drawing did not have a coach's scarf on her head, but there's something else. He started talking to this drawing, sleep with her. He seemed really happy with her. He was still in school at this time, and according to him, life there was fucked up. Everyone mocked him, but at some point, he went completely crazy. He took this drawing to school. Naturally, the bullies tried to take her away, but it was the first time he was ready to defend himself, and that drawing. It probably looks silly for an adult, but it seemed to me that he had finally found a purpose in life. When his parents found out about her, they either threw her away or burned her while he was not at home and yelled at him, because he is a disgrace to the family, probably. He then behaved strangely. He printed out a copy of this drawing, but after a while he threw it out himself. I once asked him about it, and he said the copy was not the same girl as originally, and he called all the other copies that he made clones. According to him, the real Mei was offended that he did not keep his promise and would no longer come to the real world. At the moment, not a single authentic image of that drawing has been preserved, but there's an old copy in my closet at home. The last time my brother remembered her was when we were in the village this summer. He said that she still occasionally comes to him in dreams, and what she is, his guardian angel. That's the story. Maybe I can even make an FNF mod about it. My brother doesn't mind. Okay, so now that we read the whole story, I want to answer the very simple question of why. Why did I find this so worth talking about to make a video out of it? Well, I have a couple reasons. The main one being that this just kind of reminded me about how, like, back in the day before I, like, had a YouTube channel and stuff, I used to despise Mei. I used to despise this character. Maybe I'll talk about the reasons why I hate this character in the future, but I don't like this character, but I will, maybe I'll discuss it in the future, but that's not why I'm actually covering this. That's not the full reason of why I'm covering this here copy pasta YouTube comment from an FNF video. The real biggest reason I wanted to cover this was just because, like, halfway through it, it's like this copy pasta, this whole story here is like, it's on the verge of whether it's either real or fake, because it's not like the most outlandish thing ever. This isn't like freaking Buried Alive or Lost Silver, where the stories like those are obviously fake and really only made for attention or whatever. But this one is like weird because it's just some YouTube comment, right? And like all it's doing is just telling a story, just like reminiscing on this character. But the weird thing is, okay, so it's talking about the OP is talking about their brother, right? So like they know like their brother, right? So then why do they use language like they probably, like he was probably, no, I'll read it right here, because he is a disgrace to the family, probably. It's like half of this is like verged onto I can't tell if this is real or if this is fake. And that's kind of what's like humorous about this, because there's like some like creepypastas or stories, like copypastas or whatever, that are like super duper like what's the word for it? Like they're superimposed on you wanting to believe that they're real. But this one here, I don't even know if the story itself knows if it's real or not. Like, I just found this very, very humorous to talk about, and I wanted to share it with y'all, because I found it very, very funny ever since I first found it. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm so glad I found it. 3 bells? You know what 3 bells means, right? The joke is that you're supposed to respond. No, you silly goose! 3 bells means that only 50% of people are subscribed to my channel. So you know what that means. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I need to feed my non-existent wife and children. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the video. I don't really know how else to end the video. Bye.